Do we have free and fair elections or not? Because we're constantly told by both parties that we got to defend democracy, where the power is vested in the people and government gets its authority from the people. Now, I'm going to give you 3 clips. 2 from government insiders, Tulsi Gabbard and Bernie Sanders, and 1 from a mainstream propagandist, Chris Cuomo. Listen to what they say about who has the real power and who has the real say and resources to install their own president against the will of the people. First, Chris exposes the real power brokers, and then Bernie, and then Tulsi.
A big theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging, and they're going to go after corporations. They're going after the elites. Greg, look at the ring of sweets. There is a game of money. When people talk about uniparty, we are strangled by the money reality in our politics. Those suites start at 500 grand. You think there's like a teacher group up in there? Why do you think I'm on the floor? That's the game. You pay to play. Those boxes are filled with the same people that they say they're going to regulate. They're going to change how it is. They are looking down from on high at the people who make the difference in their communities. And that is the reality of politics. The most dangerous money in politics is now legal money because of Citizens United. You've got to know this. The idea that they can fight against it is almost laughable.
Behind the scenes. And they said, Bernie shouldn't be the candidate for a variety of reasons. We don't want him the candidate, drop out. But if you're going to win, and I have 10 times more money than you do, I will beat you 95% of the time. Wow. Money people will win. Who has the real power? Money people do.
Who actually runs the government, in your experience?
Not who you think it is. It's, and in many cases, especially recently, the troubling part about all this is it's not even people who we vote for. When you look at what happened when President Biden had that infamous debate with President Trump, it exposed the reality that many of us have known for a long time, which is that President Biden has not been the guy calling the shots. He has not been the guy making the decisions, nor has it been Kamala Harris, for that matter, nor will it be if she is elected president. It is this cabal of, the Democrat elite, the woke warmongers, made up of the likes of Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and, Tony Blinken and Jake Sullivan and, people who are in the military industrial complex, people who profit from us being in a constant state of war. It is those in the administrative state and the national security state who derive more authorities and ability to take away our liberty when we are in a heightened state of crisis or war. It is their friends and billionaires and people in media who all derive their power from being able to have a figurehead that essentially they can control. And the most troubling part about, there's so many things wrong with this, of course, but really at the most fundamental level, you look at, our country is the oldest democracy in the world, but the reality of a truly functioning and thriving democracy that has brought to life the vision that our founders had for us, that we really have a government of, by, and for the people, and that we have the ability and responsibility, for that matter, to ensure that the government we have only exists with the consent of the governed. That becomes very hard to do, to hold people accountable when the person that you voted for is certainly not the one making the decisions.
How long has that been the case? Was it ever the case that the president ran the country? When was the inflection point?
I don't know that there's one specific. I mean, there has been, as personalities come in and shift here and there. I would say the answer to that has probably changed. But in the election that we are facing here very shortly in the United States, it's our opportunity to hit the reset button. And, however people feel about the choices and the options that we have, and they've changed a little bit recently, but really it's only the faces that have changed. The stakes have not changed. And the choices between the Democrat elite, and I've been saying this for months, like, hey guys, don't, because it's like, oh, is it Biden going to stay or is he going to go? And who's they going to replace him? Is it Gavin? Is it all of these different theories? They make for good chatter, I guess, on cable news. But I've been telling people all along, don't be distracted. You know, you take one horse out, you put another horse in, you've got the same people who are running the show. And it is between the Democrat elite, will be Kamala Harris on the ballot, and the those calling the shots behind the scenes continuing to remain in power versus Donald Trump, who has a record of, I mean, the reason why they're doing all they can to destroy him is because he won't bend the knee to this Washington establishment, which is made up of people in both political parties, by the way.
Just to summarize and distill it all down into one tidy soundbite, according to them, who exactly runs the government?
We are strangled by the money reality in our politics. You pay to play.
Behind the scenes. And they said, Bernie shouldn't be the candidate for a variety of reasons. We don't want him the candidate. Drop out. But if you're going to win, and I have 10 times more money than you do, I will beat you 95% of the time. Wow. Money people will win. Who has the real power? Money people do.
Who actually runs the government?
The troubling part about all this is it's not even people who we vote for. President Biden has not been the guy calling the shot. He has not been the guy making the decisions, nor has it been Kamala Harris, for that matter. It is this cabal of the Democrat elite, the woke warmongers.
So what do you think about what each of them said? And do you think Trump and the Republican Party are immune from the control of the money masters? If you want to help this channel grow, you can do it for free. Just subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, like this video, and share it with everybody you know. And if you do like this content, maybe you'll like some of my other content. All my videos that I produce are just as much in play right now as the day I created them. If you want to help further, grab a shirt, but more importantly, understand that freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having freedom. I'll see you in the next video.